Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. I hope you're all doing well. Today I'm going to be talking about some new purchases I made from Victoria Beckham Beauty. Their new bronzer. I'm very excited to try it. I literally have not tried it yet, so we're going to do a first impressions video. I'm also going to share some new products I picked up from Sephora. If you saw my last Sephora haul, I did grab some new products and I also wanted to try those on for you today. So it's going to be fun one. Make sure you stay tuned. Subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss my next video, and give this video a thumbs up if you do enjoy at any point. Let's try to get this video to 350 likes. Give it a like if you think Victoria Beckham is stunning, because I think she is, just like so timeless and chic. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started in today's video. So I already have my base on. I did foundation, concealer, and I set it with powder. I will link what I used below. I did try the new Tatcha Silk powder, which it was okay for under the eyes. I do think it looks really pretty all over the face. I'll have to test it with a couple different formulations of base products and see how I end up liking it, but I'm not like wowed by it, in case you were curious. So here's the box that it comes in. This is a $58, yes, $58 bronzer, which is pricey. That's come to be expected. Victoria Beckham is more of a luxurious brand, and it comes in her classic like tortoiseshell case. I mean, this is definitely the most luxurious feeling product I own. It's just so nice. Like, you can really feel the weight in it, and it really doesn't get any more beautiful than this. I think the packaging is just divine. Here is the bronzing shade. So this is a duo. One is supposed to be more of a contour shade, and then the other one is for warmth. So I got the lightest one, which is 01. The site says that this is a bronzing powder duo in a smooth, matte, shimmer-free finish. Soft focus finish as well, infused with natural oils and butters. This talc-free formula provides streak-free application and lasting wear. So it comes in 5 shades, but there's 2 shades in each brick. So you do get 10 shades total, but there's 2 in each. And then also, this is a refillable product, which I thought was really cool. So you can go ahead and pop out this when you're done or get a new shade. I think that's great because these are such nice compacts. There's really no need to keep replacing them. The only thing is, I don't know if it's just this one, but it seems to be like a little uneven when I close it. Like, I would not feel comfortable traveling with these at all because they're so sort of like, it's really nice, but it also feels pretty fragile, and mine just doesn't close completely evenly. So just keep that in mind. So I'm guessing this is the warmth shade, and then this is the define shade. Let's swatch these. I haven't even touched these yet, so I'm really excited. Although this warmth shade, is that supposed to be a bronzer? That looks really light. Maybe it'll be nice though, you know? So here's the bronzer shade. Now that it's swatched, I'm a little bit less worried about it. When I first swatched it, it literally looked like a face powder. So it's a really light, clearly more warm shade. And then the contour still seems a bit warm to me, but it looks like it'll work. Let's go ahead and apply these. They are really creamy, smooth, matte formula feeling. I'm going to use a highlighter brush. I forgot what brand this is. I will link it below. It's a bit fluffier and more defined. I like it for bronzer because I can just get a really nice application with it. So I'm going to start by dipping into this light shade. And then just starting where I would normally apply bronzer, I'm going to start stippling this on. I usually stipple my powder products because I do have a lot of texture on my cheeks. Okay, it's definitely really subtle, which I actually like. I think they did a good job at making a fair enough shade where if you were my skin tone or fairer and you have a hard time finding a bronzer, this might be a nice option. Go along my hairline. It's definitely blending in super seamlessly. Like, I don't feel like I'm having to work with it too much. I think that warmth shade is super pretty. It's very subdued, which I like. I don't really have a bronzer that is this light. Let me actually swatch it next to a couple that I already own. So if you do own some of these as well, you kind of get an idea of the depth of it. So this one is the Victoria Beckham shade. And then down here we have the Fenty Beauty in the Sun, which is a very fair bronzer. And then probably the lightest bronzer I own, Pure Bronzing Act. You can tell not nearly as warm as the Victoria Beckham one. And then on the bottom is Hourglass Nude Bronze Light, which I would say is like pretty similar. But yeah, hopefully that helps. So let's dip into this contour shade. I'm just gonna clean off my brush a little bit. I'm gonna use the same one. These do have a little bit of kickback when you're sort of putting your brush into it, but nothing too crazy. So with this shade, I'm definitely gonna be a little bit more precise as to where I'm applying it. Oh, I love that shade because it is more of like a contour. I love how they made these mattes. I always prefer matte bronzers. I think they just look so seamless, especially if it's a good blendable formula. Okay, I love this contour shade. It seemed like it might be a little bit warm, but I think it just is working really well in combination with the shade that I already put down. I like how they did a duo of shades, so they're really cohesive and they work with one another. Just do a tiny bit up on my forehead. It's almost like this lighter shade is like a transition shade for your face. You know, as for eyeshadow, you would put a transition down before you do like a deeper contour shade. I think it's a similar idea. I think that's why it works so well too. So instead of being like contour harshly on your skin, it has something to blend into. So I'm gonna do a little bit right under my chin. Now that I'm looking at my under eyes even more, I definitely dislike that Tatcha powder for under the eyes. Maybe it's the concealer I use because I did also do like a different concealer combo, but it does not look good. This is really pretty. I didn't know what I was gonna think going into this video because I mean bronzers don't frequently like blow me away, but I really love the softness. What do you guys think? Do you think it looks good? I feel like it looks really blended and pretty. Sometimes I have a hard time with bronzers and contours working for my skin type and my skin tone, but I feel like I could really build this up and make it more dramatic. It's really buildable. I love that about it. Super pretty, definitely expensive, but we'll see. I'll have to continue using it over the next week or so. I'll update you in an upcoming video, but upon first impressions, I really love it. I think the tones work really well together. If you're similar to my skin tone, I think go with the lightest one. I was a little scared that this shade would be too light to use as a bronzer, but it really did add warmth, and then you also have that contour shade if you want to deepen it up. I really like how they did two shades in one. Moving on, I picked up two new blush products from Sephora and I wanted to try them both on for you today. Let's start with the Bareminerals Bronzer. I got the lightest shade, which is Kiss of Pink, sort of just like a rosy bronze blush shade with a little bit of shimmer, really nice amount of pigment. So I'm gonna apply this on this side of my face and then we'll use the other blush on this side. I'm going to use my Flower Beauty blush brush, which I love. It's a really soft, like looser brush, so it doesn't pick up too much product. And then I'm just going to work this into the bronzer. This is so pretty. I love this. I wasn't really expecting to like it that much, but it has the perfect amount of glow. Like you can tell it did add a little bit of a glow to my cheeks, but it definitely doesn't accentuate texture. I'm having a good base day today, besides my under eyes. I'm actually wearing a cream foundation today, which I know is not very like me. I have in the past said that I'm not a cream foundation person, but I've been trying different techniques with my makeup and kind of playing around and see what works best. And I've been really liking this cream foundation. But anyway, next let's try the Say Beauty. This is the Dew Blush in Peachy. I have been using this the past couple days and I really love the shade of this. So for this, I just like to get it on the back of my hand. This is like a serum-y formula, and then I get it on my ColourPop F20 brush, and then I just like to stipple it on. This is definitely not like as dewy as I was expecting it to be, but I think it blends in nicely with the skin. Like it definitely doesn't look like you have a powdered, well, it's a cream. It just doesn't look like you really have a ton of makeup on because it is a serum-y formula. Compared to the Bareminerals Bronzer, it definitely has a bit more like pinkiness to it. If you were looking for a shade like this, I think this is a beautiful shade if you have fairer skin. It's definitely not too dramatic, but you could build it up. So I think they both add a glow kind of in their own way. They're different formulas, but I have been enjoying both of those. I don't regret buying them. So I'm really excited that I have some new blushes in my collection, and they're very peachy, which I've been really enjoying peachy blushes lately. But honestly, if you told me to pick one, I would probably pick the Bareminerals Bronzer. I feel like it adds a similar amount of glow, but it's a powder formula. I like creams, but I think powders are a bit easier to use, so it really depends on your formulation preference. But I've just been really enjoying this, and I might have to pick up the other shades. To start on the eyes, I'm actually gonna go back in with the Victoria Beckham bronzer, and I'm gonna use the warmth shade as a transition. I really like using bronzer as eyeshadow. It makes your look really cohesive, and it's just like so effortless. That's actually the right word, because you don't need to like keep switching products. It's super quick and easy. And then I'm gonna take the contour shade here and build that up. This is a really pretty formula. I'm so excited. I almost didn't get this product because I just wasn't like super interested in it, but I'm glad that I did. I definitely don't regret it. I also picked up some new Victoria Beckham lipsticks. You'll see at the end of this video. You know, I've been raving about the one that I have in the shade Girl because I'm like obsessed with the formula. So of course I had to get a couple new shades and try them on. I'm also just gonna take those same 2 shades and run it on my lower lash line. I also have my Victoria Beckham little eye brick here in the shade Tweed, which I'm gonna grab this shade. But for size comparison, this is a lot bigger than I was expecting it to be. This is what the eye brick looks like. So it's definitely a lot bigger, really hefty, nice size. So anyway, I'm going to dip into this shade over here, which is a warm muted brown. I'm just gonna use this to deepen up that outer part of my eye. I enjoy these shadow formulas. They're definitely not like anything that I'm crazy about. I know that you have shimmer bricks, which look really pretty. I've just never been inclined to buy another one because I just don't really like reach for this one a ton because it doesn't have any light shade, so it's not like a full look. Like I always have to use it in combination with another product. I just went ahead and threw on a shimmery shade for my lid. Now I'm going to take my Victoria Beckham, this is the Satchel Liner in the shade, it does not say, but it's like the antique bronze shade, which is just so freaking pretty, and these are so creamy. So for this, I'm just going to apply it to my upper lash line, and I'm gonna smudge it out. When I'm smudging a liner and I want it to be a wing shape, I don't kind of draw it on. I use whatever's on the smudger, which is on the other end of this pencil, to do it. I feel like I could just get it more precise and clean. I was just never that good at like drawing on a wing with sort of a round pencil tip. Or if you need to, I'll just put a little bit at the base of the wing where it would go and then blend it out. Now I'm gonna curl my lashes and throw on some mascara using the Victoria Beckham Future Lash. This is a very natural mascara, so it's not naturally my favorite because I do like really dramatic full lashes, but I'll put it on today just for the sake of this video. So although this mascara isn't my favorite of all time, I do really enjoy a couple things about it. It feels super nourishing and like serumy on your lashes. Like it feels really hydrating almost. That's kind of a weird thing to say about a mascara, but like it doesn't feel dry like some mascaras feel. It's definitely a more thicker mascara formula, and it has this tiny little brush which you can get very precise with. I am able to build it up to look really pretty. It also doesn't get clumpy quickly, so you can really take your time to like work it into the lashes. I think it's a pretty mascara. I'm not totally mad at it. I'm gonna go ahead and clean up this eye, and then I have some new lipsticks to try on. So I did pick up 2 new shades of the Posh lipsticks, which also have beautiful packaging. This one is my first love, which is the Posh lipstick in the shade Girl, which I wear constantly. I just love this super moisturizing formula, and this is just my perfect nude. It's just, I think it's a neutral. It just works really well with my skin tone. And then I also decided to pick up Pout, which is more of a pink shade. There's a shade Pout next to Girl. Reminds me a little bit of Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk, but it's like if you lightened it up and brightened it up a little bit. Very pretty color. And then I picked up Spice, which is like Victoria Beckham's signature shade, which is a more of like a very warm nude. That one's stunning as well. It's pretty similar to Girl. Girl just has some more pink in it. I will go ahead and try both of these on for you. So I'm gonna start with the Victoria Beckham lip liner. This one's in the shade 2. And let's start with the Spice shade. I do like the lip liners. They're not like my favorite though. I don't think I would purchase another shade. I just feel like there's a lot of good lip liners out there for definitely a cheaper price. This one's so pretty too. I didn't think I was gonna like this. I thought it would be too warmy orange for me. Guys, I love it. They're so creamy. I love these. Seriously, try these if you love creamy moisturizing lipsticks. I do not think you'll be disappointed. I'm obsessed with them. I want all of them now. If you like a warm, like butterscotchy nude, definitely try Spice. I feel like this would be flattering on a lot of people. If you have a warmer undertones, I'm pretty neutral warm, so I can kind of go either way. I think if I do like a warm tone eye, it does work. So super pretty. If you're more neutral, I would go with Girl though, if you are similar to my skin tone. Now let's go ahead and do Pout, which is the more pink tone shade. I feel like this one's gonna be stunning as well. I really like this one too. I think it adds a bit of brightness to my face. It seems a little bit warm because it's making my teeth look a little bit yellow, but it's a super pretty shade nonetheless. I would definitely wear all three of these like on a daily basis depending on sort of what eyeshadow I'm wearing, if I have a tan on or not. I think these formulas are just perfection. I really can't say enough good things about the Posh lipstick. Should we do this one or the Spice? Maybe I'll mix them. I'm just gonna blot this one, sort of leave a pink base, and then we'll do Spice on top. So that's it for our look today. I went for a really natural look. I think it came out nice. I feel very like naturally pretty in this type of makeup. I'm really impressed with the new products I tried. The bronzing brick has definitely hit for me so far. It is pricey, but I feel like the tones that I get in here are unlike anything else I have in my collection, and I like how it's a duo, so you can mix them or you can layer them. I think it's just a super cohesive product, and you definitely get a very luxurious compact as well. In terms of the new lipsticks, loving those as well. The blushes were great from Say Beauty and Bareminerals. Really a good makeup day. I'm feeling it. Let me know in the comments below which lipstick shade you liked best on me. I think I'm leaning towards Spice, but I would definitely get use out of both of them. But thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up for Victoria Beckham, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.